All right, this video is for my wonderful concealed carry students and just for the general public as to how to apply for your Illinois State Police firearms owner's identification card and your Illinois State Police concealed carry license. You're going to go to www.ispfsb.com, www.ispfsb.com. All right, next thing you're going to do is once you get here, you're going to go to register now. Register now. Okay. Then, once you go to register now, you're going to see a whole host of questions that have to be answered. Things like that, like your last name, date of birth. You re-enter your last name, your date of birth, create a current or user ID, email address, create your password, confirm your password. The security question one, there's a plethora, there's a drop-down menu of security questions right here. From what city you're born, last four of your social, the city of your first job, you're married, okay? Either way it goes, you pick any of the security questions here and provide the answers. Please make sure that you write them down. And then you click on the section that says, I am not a robot. And then you click on the section that says, next, okay? So now, once you enter that information on the next screen, there is going to be a section for your proper name, your first, middle, and last, or last name, first name, middle name, suffix, okay, be a junior, senior, whatever the case may be, first, second, or second, third, fourth, or fifth, then your maiden name, then you're going to list all of your previous names, okay. Most people don't have previous names, but if you do, list them, okay. It's going to have your date of birth, your eye color, your primary phone number. Now, this section right here is important where it says driver's license or state identification right here. I'm going to highlight that, okay? Now, you have the choice of using your Illinois only, there could be a couple of other states too, but let's just deal with Illinois. Illinois only, driver's license or state ID, and then you would enter your driver's license or state ID number. Now, it is important that this ID is valid. It must be valid with the current address before you apply, okay? If it is not correct, okay, it is also going to ask you your weight on the next page. Or it probably should even be on this one, but it will ask you for your weight. If your weight is not correct, or you just try to guess the weight that you are, it will reject it. So make sure before you apply, you go to the Illinois Secretary of State and get your valid state ID or driver's license before you apply. You would click if you have an existing FOID card, whether you have one or not. Now, here's something for you to take into consideration. On the step one, when you begin to apply, let's just say you've applied before and your email address has already been registered. The way to go around that is to go and create a new email address or use another email address and re-register under that new email address with a valid state ID or driver's license. That's how you get around a previous registration, okay? How do you know if your email has been registered? Well, if you attempt to enter your email in step one and it highlights as red, stating that this email address has already been registered, that is how you know, okay? Stay tuned for the next step. This right here is what you will see if your driver's license or state ID is not valid, okay? This is what you will see if your driver's license or state ID is not valid. You will not be able to continue in the process. Please make sure that you provide the correct information as stated on your driver's license or state ID. Then once you are done with signing or completing the personal information, as you can see here, you will go on ahead and sign. Then once you are done, you will go on ahead and put your password in the personal declaration and signature page. All right, here is where you will go on ahead and begin to apply for either your FOID card or your concealed carry license. Okay, once you select your state of residence being Illinois, just like so, you can then apply for both your FOID card and your concealed carry license. Okay, we're going to go on ahead and do the FOID card first. Now, it has the warning. Make sure that you read this warning in its entirety. Click on the agree to the terms above and then click next. Then, as you can see, a birth date is entered here for the person whose application I am completing right now. This is this person's birthday. We'll go on ahead. It'll be automatically populated because of the previous information you entered when you signed up. Okay, and then the last 4 digits of the social security number you will enter here. And then you will click if you're a U.S. citizen, yes. Do you have a valid driver's license? Yes. And then once you click this, the information will automatically be populated right there. Then you will go on ahead and go to the next verify and complete the following information, where you will fill out the following information. Some of the information that was already populated here, you will see that it will be populated for the protection of the person whose application I'm filling out. I have deleted some of that information so that you can see this page, but you will see that some of the information will have already been populated, and then you just have to confirm it, or if not, put in the actual information. Once you verify your previous information, it will then ask you for the FOID card, your current address. For the concealed carry, you will list 10 years of address history, and there will be a notch here that will say add addresses. Just make sure that you have your 10-year address history, and it will also ask you outside of your current address from what month and year to what month and year. Just make sure that you're accurate with this information. Then you will answer all of these questions. Make sure that you are accurate in your answers. Questions about being convicted of a felony under the laws of this state or any jurisdiction. Within the past 5 years, have you been convicted of a battery or assault? Just make sure that you read all of these questions in its entirety and answer them appropriately. Okay, and then once you answer them appropriately, then go on ahead and click next. After you are done, this part is important. It is very important. This is the photo part. Please make sure that you look at the requirements of the photo. In essence, just take a mugshot photo of yourself, head and shoulders, against a solid background, straight face, no smile. Okay, and you can email it to yourself or upload it however you need to upload it onto the computer. An easier way for you to do it would be just to email it to yourself. Right click with your mouse, okay, right click, and then it will allow you to save it to your computer, and then you can upload it. Okay, so I'll go on ahead and add the photo in for this one. And then you will see that there will be your user ID that will be there. And make sure that you electronically sign by putting in your password in this block. All right, you will see that in this section, there will be an email address here. Then once you see that there's an email address, verify it's the correct email address, and then click on add payment method right there. Then you will see there is a payment method. You would either select credit card or e-check. 9 times out of 10, you might select credit card. Then once you select on the credit card method, make sure that you enter in the appropriate information for your credit card. Then once you get through, click on review payment. Then on this page, you will see the information where you will see the last 4 digits of your credit card number and the expiration date along with your email address. And then there is a button that says I agree to the payment terms of service. You would click on that, and then you will click make payment. Then you will see the screen that shows your receipt number here. It shows the applicant, date submitted, the fee. This will be your receipt and your confirmation number.